Hey, pre-notification gang. There's the resub Ghost Kid. Yeah, a bit of an early stream. Cause we got some big stuff going on. Got some good big shit going on. Yep, light falls tomorrow. Very excited. Thanks, resub Bubba. Thanks to the resub artist. How long have you had these tabs open? I just keep like using them. Thanks to resub orange. We watching Moist Valorant? Yep, we've got I think right around an hour. Should be TSM before us. Yeah. So it's after this series. Thanks to the gift sub Pro Chase and the resub Tom. And the tier 1 Dyer and the resub Pursue. Thanks to the gift sub Penguin. And the Bits House. You see Steve getting banned now because of the new tech, yeah. I, for one, think it's probably worth it to do that at the moment since no one really understands exactly the implications of all of it. I think that's probably the right play for now. Thanks to give sub JC and the resub Spookiest Nate and the Prime Sips. And the resub Bis. And the resub Conky and 5 gift subs Baba Yaga. The resub R8 and Mediocre and the Prime Pooh Bear. Yeah, I saw all the Summit news. That's really sad. It's fucking awful. Thanks for your sub, Bob Dole. Hey, man. Did you hear about the South Park lawsuit? No, but you did just remind me of one I haven't talked about yet. The Black Eyed Peas are suing Poopsie Slime Surprise. I totally forgot to talk about that. You remember that pooping unicorn? The shit that gave me an involuntary vasectomy when I was getting out of the packaging? They're getting sued because of their track. There's the resub Apple, Sol, Trell, Alex, and the Prime Briz, and Tier 1 Spider. I actually haven't really looked into it much beyond, like, base level. So here, why don't we learn about it together? So Black Eyed Peas, My Humps ripped off by pooping unicorn toy lawsuit claims, which it was. I don't know if I can even play the song, considering this is now a legal issue, but the song goes, my poops, my poops, my poops, gonna get loopy off my poopy. It's very much a ripoff of My Humps. And I guess they didn't have permission to do that, which is interesting. Kind of a bold play. But I guess you can't expect much from a company that makes a shitting unicorn. Doesn't fall in the parody. Well, you still need permission to do a parody. If you're using the exact same, like, everything, you still need permission. That's why Weird Al never made a Prince song, because Prince would never give him permission. Thanks to Tier 1 Penguin and the Tier 1 Keanu. And the resub Bread, Toasty, Jake, Crazy, Rose, Breezy, and the Prime Shasky. And the Bits Hyena. And the Prime 5. And the Resub Infectionary. And the Resub Introverted Camping and the Prime Creeper and Weber. Oh, I forgot how expensive the Poopsie Slime Surprise is. $100 to $300 on Amazon. And one of them doesn't even shit itself. The one that slammed into my nutsack, that one actually doesn't shit itself, whatever. And it's still super expensive. That one just sings and dances. If you want the one that actually cooks up and like brews feces, it's a big science project. Matt and I made like 3 videos with the Poopsie Slime Surprise a few years back. I know this toy inside and out. I performed like colonoscopies on this thing. So yeah, I know all about the entire animals shitting themselves genre of children's toys. The Tier 1 Pie, Tier 1 Walmart, Tier 1 Akuma, and Tier 1 Space. The Prime Mustard and the Resub Omega, Jazzy, and the 5 gift subs Bob Dole, thank you man. The Resub Brunk, Myth, and the Prime Piss, Salmon, and Tier 1 Quepsy. This is the clip, this is the video where the whoa yeah baby clip comes from. This one, yeah. This has been in circulation for a long time. I'm surprised they've waited like 2 or 3 years to sue them. Maybe they were trying to make sure that it got maximum money, so they were letting it ride for a long time so that way they could like sue for more. Because they could claim more damages and they can turn to like the profit the Poopsie makes, because it's apparently a very popular toy, which I would have never guessed. That would have been a galaxy brain scheme, and it's probably exactly what the reasoning was. Here's the Prime Cage Sergeant, and the Resub Troy Polka, and Tier 1 Young, and the Resub Arctics. Nothing too wild today, Sock. Thanks to the Resub Garden and the Prime Fleet. People pay for unicorn shit when I can send you shit for free. Why would you do that, though? That just costs you money to send the shit. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Beast Boy and the Tier 1 Harem, the Prime Sergio, J-Cod, and G&V. And the 5 gift subs Capping. But not yet, we're still editing the video for the last one, Velocitator. Yep, we've got about like 30-ish minutes before we play. TSM and Guard are still playing right now. So we've still got some time. This is kind of a weird paragraph. BMG's lawyer alleges that My Poops infringes on Black Eyed Peas' surprise 2005 hit single My Humps, 75% of whose publishing rights belong to BMG thanks to a corporate acquisition. What's the point in mentioning that it was a surprise hit? It feels so weird. And then I guess the corporate acquisition is pertinent to the case, but still. Interesting to just mention that it's a surprise hit single. It was the Black Eyed Peas. They didn't make anything that flopped during that era. Thanks to 5 gift subs. Pocket in the resub. Saints, Drago, and Prime Lone Wolf. Bananas, Elastic, and the tier 1. Daughters, and the 2 gift subs. Pie. So, going into this, I felt like the Black Eyed Peas had a pretty strong case, but listening to them argue it is kind of silly. It uses a similar delivery and vocal inflections as used by Fergie on the original sound recording. I just couldn't disagree more. I'd love to pull up the song real quick, but I don't want to get slapped by this somehow. It's very clearly like a Alvin and the Chipmunks style vocal. Fergie doesn't sound like that. That's just like an insult to Fergie to compare her to the shitting unicorn vocalist. It's pretty dumb. But, I mean, overall, yeah, they did rip the song, and I guess it was without permission. Oh, interesting. MGA Entertainment first released the toy in time for Christmas 2018. The suit alleges that when BMG became aware of the infringement, it sent a cease and desist letter, which they ignored. What a fucking Chad. Yeah, we make a unicorn that shits into a toilet for kids. What of it? We're gonna play hardball. Fuck your cease and desist. Damn. They're about that shit. Oh, interesting. The company could argue that My Poops is a parody of My Humps and thus protected as fair use. In Campbell vs. Acuff Rose Music in 1994, Supreme Court held that the parody can be a form of comment or criticism on the original work, which is protected. I thought you couldn't do that for music, though. Am I misremembering? Because for Weird Al, Weird Al never did a parody of a Prince song and never will. Because Prince didn't want him to. Now, was that just out of respect? Because I thought it was a legal thing. Okay. I was misunderstanding then. Exit Prime, Nasty, Circus, Raz, Bilf, and Resub, Ironic. And the bits, Extra Large, and Realist. I mean, artists do remix and shit, isn't it the same? Only kind of. It depends. Like, if you're using a sample from an artist, you need permission. And I assumed if you were using all of their melodies and shit too, like in this case, you would also still need permission, but I suppose not. I guess it's only if you're actually using their track itself as a sample. You have to pay for the sample. All of this over a defecating unicorn. Thanks to the resub Becky and Pepsi. And the bits again, extra large. Yeah, I mean, I'll look it up at some point. Parody is legal as long as it references what it's parodying and states clearly it is a parody. Maybe Poopsie Slime Surprise does that. He's a Prime Mystic. Resub Luke. And the Prime Track Star. And Prototype. No, we play right after TSM. So whenever TSM is done, we're on. So right now it's the guard, TSM, and then we're next. So it'll probably be around 7. Ludwig watching? I believe so. I don't think he started to stream yet, but I'm pretty sure he's watching. Hey, you mean because there's multiple maps? Is this not? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it will be closer to 8. Did this just start? Is this still the first match? Oh, I didn't know it was still the first map. Okay, yeah, maybe it will be closer to 8 then. Exit Prime, Jared, and Furo. You gonna watch with Tarek and Ludwig? I believe they're watching together, and then Matt, Danny, Chase, Aaron, and I are watching on our end. But we might do like a group call as well at some point. I haven't fully decided how we want to do it, but I'm pretty sure Lud and Tarek are watching together. Thanks to resub, Seth Lee, Thimbo, Mouse, and Beef. Hold on, I'm getting a quick call. Alright, I'm back. Thanks to tier 1. Pilik. The resub cheesy. We made a video on the speedrun yet? Not yet. Like I said, that's just such a big one that it's taking a long time. Plus a couple of other huge projects in the pipeline, so it's just going to be a little later than the last one. But it's obviously still working on it. Are you going live at noon tomorrow for Lightfall? No, 5 p.m. EST for Lightfall. And we're doing it at the warehouse in person. It'll be really fun. Thanks to resub Dim. What the fuck? Wouldn't want to start right at reset anyway, because guaranteed server issues. True, very true. Thanks to resub Gogeta, Snack, and the Bits Adonis. Yeah, Summit. I guess I'll bring it up. Beyond the Summit is folding. Actually, hold on. Let me just pull up the tweet. It'll be easier. It's on LDs, right? Yeah, here it is. So, in a nutshell, Beyond the Summit can no longer continue to operate. So, they're releasing all of their employees. They're going to honor the contracts they currently have. So, things like Summit 6, which is end of this month, or end of March, which is basically this month. Yeah. But fundamentally, it's the end of that. Which is a real fucking shame. He's a tier 1 Lavender in the prime Sam, and resub Lava, Salt, Wolf, the prime Tony, and the resub Rag. Dude, they're so fucking cool. Incredible production company. Great tournaments. I have no doubt the people involved with Summit are absolutely going to land work elsewhere. I'm confident in that. It's just, this is once again another victim of the industry itself. Esports is literally not profitable for anyone except the players. It is a dream for players. And since the valuation of esports exploded so quickly overnight, players get crazy great salaries for most games. FGC, not so much. FGC wasn't a true beneficiary of that boom, but unfortunately, there's just no money in it. So they can't really recoup their cost. There's the 5 gift subs Dayton, and the resub 2 Sweet. Amid in the prime Kaiten. Thanks, hey, yeah, hoping. BTS Smash was the tits, man. I know, it really was. Thanks for the prime stone. Do you think players' salaries will begin to suffer as a result of recent financial outlook on the industry? Not right away, but I do think over the next couple years, they'll stop going up. Year over year, player salaries have only been increasing across the board in every single game. That's going to stop. I don't know if they'll necessarily go down, but they're going to stop going so high, is my guess. Because all of the tier 1 esports orgs, they can't continue. Guard just fired all its employees. They kept their teams because they're under contract, so releasing them doesn't do anything. Plus, they still might be able to get something out of it if, like, the Guard does well somewhere. Especially if the Guard gets a Valorant spot. They could turn around and sell that, which I imagine they probably would do if they do get the spot. United completely crumbled. Tons of other big esports orgs releasing big teams. TSM pulled out of Rainbow Six Siege earlier, like a month ago. SSG pulled out of Apex. Liquid pulled out of Apex. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. DRX won League of Legends Worlds and then immediately had to release the entire roster because they couldn't afford to pay them again. Like, it doesn't stop. Easy resub SFN, Big in the Prime Spire, Sex, and Pezzo. Is your plan in the long run for Moist? So our org is super different from all the other ones. Our product is the content, so like watch parties, all that. There's merch and everything as well, but truly it is a content play, whereas none of the other orgs are, except for K-Corp. K-Corp does it pretty similarly. So for us, it's not that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, it fuels content. Thanks to Prime names. 100T does that too, right? Nope. 100T makes its money off merch and other company acquisitions. They do have a content team though, and they make content on its own, but not so much like directly from esports. So if their esports team doesn't win and they're not taking a percentage of their winnings, they're making literally nothing off their esports team. They're just losing a ton of money. But they have content creators that they make money off of. It's just not directly from esports. When does it start? After this. We're still map 1 here, so it'll be a little bit. There's a resub 0. There's a prime open. You should check out House Party on Steam. Can't stream that, brother. There's dick and everything in that. Obviously, I can't stream that. I know the game. I played that back when it was in like an alpha. Wild game. Absolutely wild game. Thanks to the prime. Sloob. Hey, Train. You still enjoying Valorant? I enjoy watching it. I haven't played it in a minute. But I have been enjoying watching it. Getting versed in the competitive scene again. It's not like we just did this overnight. We've been working on the Valorant scene for quite some time now. So I've been watching a lot. Thanks to Tier 1, Charlton. Resub Umb and Kai Evans. And Marasaki. Are you watching today's games with Tarek and Lud or just by yourself? It's me, Matt, Danny, Aaron, and Chase. And then Lud is watching on YouTube with Tarek. I think that's the plan. Of course, we're flexible. If Lud wants to join or Tarek wants to join, easy. Just bring him into a Discord call. Super easy. But that is the plan as of right now. Thanks to Resub, Kamalikos, and Dusty. What happens when games overlap like a Valorant tournament and a Rocket League tournament at the same time? That is what the Moist Esports Twitch channel is for, which we're going to get much more active on. So if 2 tournaments are overlapping, like you mentioned, Valorant, Rocket League, whatever, we'll have whichever one we're not main watch partying, probably on the Moist Esports Twitch. Thanks to Resub Hosey. Will Moist Esports participate in the next Destiny 2 World First race? Yes, we are. I am. Our team is me, Matt, Danny, Jackson, Char, and Donuts. And we are the Moist Esports World First Raid Squad. I grinded the fuck out of Destiny 2 over the last 2 weeks in order to get ready. So yeah, we are competing. And god damn it, I think we have a chance. I'm just going to say it. I think we got a shot. Thanks to Tier 1 Sean. Goddamn right, Sneaky. I crushed those puzzles. Thanks to the Resub Real Deal and the Prime Yuri. So you're going to be grinding Lightfall? Yeah, we're going to kind of go goblin mode on it for the most part. So we set up the warehouse to be a little land bar for us. So Matt, Danny, and I can grind in person. That's where we're going to be tomorrow for quite some time. 5 p.m. We'll start the Lightfall. There's a gift sub Dumpling and the resub iTunes, Jesse and the Prime, Kilu, Polo, and the Bits DM. There just hasn't been a good one in a little bit, DM. There's a resub Milligram. Why Moist Moguls? Why change the name for Valo? Because it's the 2 of us married. Kind of like... I don't know how familiar you are in the esports scene, but like to give a quick example off the top of my head, in Rocket League, NRG was the General NRG, because the General, they paid for naming rights or whatever. But with Ludwig, we're just combining mogul moves with Moist Esports, Moist Moguls. So anything that we work on together, like the Valorant team, will be Moist Moguls. This is the prime Pone, Bako, and the resub motorized and tier 1 Robbie. And the prime Spio. And the prime Nep. You excited for the tourney? I am. I'm very excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I have full confidence in the squad, but I always get nervous on game day. Thanks, Resub Grim. Thanks to the resub Bear. Yeah, I'm glad you liked the DM. Thanks to the Prime Eden. Yeah, definitely do want to do the show match with this guy's toast. I think that'd be a really fun show match between our teams. I'm not doing the loser shaves their head thing though. That can be between Lud and Toast. That I won't do. Thanks to resub Edge and the Prime Schnitzel. What class are you trying to main for Lightfall? Warlock. I've been Warlock since day one. Thanks to resub Pluto and Brutal. And the resub Norma. The resub Mathman. Do you think you've gotten into esports at the best opportunity? Or is there a time you would have preferred to hop in? No, I think timing worked out really well for us, all things considered. It's really sad, the state of the industry, because I really hate that all of the big orgs and everything, and it also affects the players, are realizing that there's no money in it. I think that sucks for the overall general health of it. But I'm really happy with the timing when we got in. The resub Bless. The Prime Corrupt. Do I think esports will make money in the future? Yeah, I just don't know how. No one really does yet. But the potential is there. A lot of eyeballs, a lot of opportunity. It's just no one's figured it out yet. There's a Prime Kazu and the resub Marcane and Globe. What games do you think currently have the most potential to turn a profit as an esport? Oh, well, I mean, I have like an actual real answer that is turning profit for at least a couple orgs at CSGO. It doesn't make the org itself profitable, but their investment into CSGO has been profitable because they get the in-game items, which are helpful as well. But yeah, CSGO is actually just a fucking huge one. There's the Prime Homeboy and the resub Femboy, Resonance, Yoshi, and the Tier 1 Bear, and the Prime GJ, Sponge, and Horyu. And I never liked SCP. When does the Valo team play? Very soon! We've just got one game before us. He's a Tier 1 Merlin. Yeah, we were just talking about Beyond the Summit. Thanks to the Prime Ostrich and Resubfinium. The bits care. And the resub. Shaven? Favorite Godsmack song? Stand Alone because it was in Scorpion King. Disagree with that stance. I agree with your first sentence, though. A restructuring of monetization for esports, yeah. And I think that starts with the actual game companies. I think one thing Halo did really well, despite all of its blunders, the in-game skins they did for orgs on day one were huge. I know a couple of figures that some of the orgs made off of just those skin drops, and it was 7 figures, which blows everything else out of the water in the space when it comes to org skins. The support Halo Infinite gave to the orgs in their pro scene was actually massive. If that was more common, more orgs would be willing to invest because then they at least have some kind of safety net return. But not many do that. A lot of games do have esports skins, but it comes only after they've been in there for a while or perform at the highest level, which is a risk. Because you might not perform at the highest level and now you've just wasted all that money. You don't have the skins and you didn't make any prize money off your team winning. There's a resub K and inviter. Like, it's just such an easy one for developers too. And it helps the health of the game overall. If you look at sports, the money you make comes from accessories, jerseys, seats, etc., not the team itself. So unless they're more peripherals like CSGO has, it'll be rougher. Yeah, you're not wrong. Ticket sales is a good thing. Merch sales is a good thing. All that. Can't really do ticket sales in esports because, I mean, you just watch from home for free. The second you start trying to charge people to watch, no one's watching. No shot. No shot. But yeah, merch is really like the only driver for a lot of orgs, and it's not even close to enough to recoup the cost of the teams. So it's just finding that the other missing puzzle pieces there. Is the resub grow ardent and gentle catfish? I did not hear about the Shrek statue that got stolen. Massachusetts police on the hunt for a 200-pound stolen Shrek statue. Wow, that thing's beautiful. This is 200 pounds. This looks like someone made it out of clay in arts and crafts. I haven't read very much so far, but I'm going to tell you this feels like a psyop. I feel like this is all a big scam. They just wanted to get this in the headlines, so they made this knowing it's an abomination, a beautiful one at that, and they pretended that it's been stolen, reported it missing in order for all of the news agencies to pick up on it as a massive ploy. I see right through the scheme. Stolen by the deep state. Yeah. God damn it. The Illuminati's taking our Shrek statues. There's the resub. Conchi Catfly in the Prime, Brownie, Meme, and the Bits J in the resub David. That was super sweet. Well, thank you, Jay. I enjoyed it as well. Look at the first line. Yeah, I know, I see. They're embracing the absurdity of it. They're not taking this crime seriously. Very cool statue, though. Merch for Moist Moguls. Yeah, we will. These are the resub. Pixel Wonder, Kojin, and Tier 1 Mafia. These are Tier 1 Greasy Nuts. And Tier 1 Double DS. And Prime Brody. Map 1 just ended. Did it? Okay, nice. Almost our time. It's getting there. Thanks to the resub, Nello, and the Prime Horn. And the Prime TNVDL. Is the only channel streaming the game Tarek? No. Tarek's just the biggest watch party hub. So that's always the one I go to. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Greasy Nuts. Thanks to resub, Kath. Yeah, we were just talking about Beyond the Summit. We covered it. There's a Tier 1 Tyler. And the resub Reckon. And Tier 1 Coach and resub Mega Method. And the 10 gift subs, Mafia. Thank you for that. Appreciate the big drop. Ooh. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Cat Tub. Thank you. Goddamn. Appreciate the generosity. You ever thought of playing some piano music in the background? I used to, but I don't know. Got distracting for me, so I stopped. Thanks for your sub Suede and the Prime Okro. Resub Tristan. Plus, I think it's a valuable skill to be able to, like, have silence without getting uncomfortable. I don't think everything needs constant stimulation. I actually think that shit's more of a curse than anything. There's a Prime Pero and Frick. And the resub Quips. What's your Slayer level? 97 still. I haven't really been grinding much. There's the Prime Raiden and the resub. Apika. Thanks for the gift sub, Mike. I'm gonna stream Destiny 2 tomorrow, 5 p.m. baby. Yes, sir. Lightfall. Probably be going for at least like 10 hours or something on that shit, however long the legendary campaign takes. Thanks to resub O'Rear and Dragon. Glad stream's been enjoying the Destiny stream. I'm glad chat's been enjoying the Destiny streams. I've been having a lot of fun grinding it. So much better than what it used to be with grinding fucking Gambit and shit and repeating strikes endlessly. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. There's the Prime Dread and Jimtro and Queen. Was that the CEO of Nintendo? No, if it was, I'd have some strong fucking words for that guy. Thanks for the Prime Logi and Baguette and the resub Shroom. And the Prime, ya boy. And the resub Peachy. Is in the match now? No. They're still going in this one. It's TSM versus the guard first. And then us. Thanks to Prime Gavin. And the Prime Jedi and Numb. You need a Prime sponsorship. With the amount of shit I've talked on Logan, I think that's off the table. Love KSI, but hey, that Logan, I'm not a big fan. I'll just say it. Not a huge fan. Thanks to the Prime Quack and the resub Filibuster, Keeling and the 2 gift subs Hugo. And the resub Dimmadome and the Prime KJ and the Bits Care. Why isn't there more emotes on your channel? I just keep forgetting to add new ones. I want to eventually do something more for like a sub as opposed to just emotes. I feel like there's got to be something cool to do with it. Tie it into Moist Global or something. I don't really know how, but just something. Is the resub Spoinky, Devante, and Elot. And the Prime Boom and King and Decay. Did you see Pokemon Sleep? It's a sleep track. Oh, today was the Pokemon thing, wasn't it? I totally forgot. Anything cool? Pokemon Sleep. Let me take a peek.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon Sleep. Your adventure takes place on a small island. On this island, you'll find great big Snorlax and Professor Neroli, who is researching Pokemon Sleep.
Okay.
It's easy to play on this island. All you have to do is get a good night's sleep. If you leave your smartphone by your pillow when you go to bed, your sleep will be measured, recorded, and analyzed. Once that's done, it will be categorized into one of 3 sleep types: dozing, snoozing, or slumbering.
But why?
Pokemon that tend to sleep in the same way as you did will gather around Snorlax. As you keep this up, you might even discover some rare in-game sleep styles that most will never see. It seems that each species of Pokemon has several sleep styles. Get lots of sleep and try to find them all.
The Prime Joe, Caleb in the resub, Chicken,
Enjoy going to sleep
Jazzy,
and waking
and work.
up each day as you research the sleep styles of Pokemon together with Snorlax.
But why? Why would you do that? The fuck? Okay. Did they announce anything cool? There's a tier 1 Doge in the Prime Willer and resub Smash. To sell your data? Unironically, that's probably the motivator there. Just sell data. They announced the Scarlet Violet DLC. Is that what this is? The Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. I still never even finished Scarlet Violet. Easy tier 1 Lookalime. Prime Waterman, the Resub River. Gift Sub Stone. Oh shit. Okay. There's your resub Sif. Novenguard, Scoby, Martin, Echo, and tier 1 Share. And the resub Head Snake. And Griff. And the Prime Itch. There's more. Where? Scarlet Violet, the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero. Is this the whole DLC? So it's not just 2 new Pokemon they're introducing? When's Valorant going on? Whenever the Guard TSM series finishes, they're on map 2 right now. Or coming up on map 2. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Chris. Sub Brandon. Alright, let me just see the gameplay. I guess it was silly of me to ask for the gameplay. Alright. So is that everything? So Pokemon Go plus the DLC and Pokemon Sleep? Thanks to the resub Duck, Brandon, Serene, and the Prime Pair. The resub Freak and Albino. The Prime Person. Restock coming soon for Moist merch. So I don't know if I can talk about it yet. Yes and no. Depending on what items you're asking about. There's a prime broom. There's the 5 gift sub stone. Appreciate it. And the bits pixel. No, you haven't missed Valo stuff yet. It hasn't started yet. They're just now starting the second map in this series, and we're the next one. So no, you haven't missed anything. Thanks to the resub, Nick. When's Ludwig going live? I'm not sure. I'm sure he's watching that match. So he'll probably go live right when it ends or right before it ends. Thanks to the resub. Yayok, Absol, Yato, Sev in the prime, Tim, Worthy, and Discombobulated. I have not seen her video, Hawks, but I did hear about it. There's the resub, Raul. The prime next. The prime Sad. And Johnny. And Abner. What does the new React feature on Twitch do? I have no clue. Here, I'll look it up. Reactions are an experimental feature available to a limited number of creators, letting viewers anonymously give feedback during stream by selecting and submitting an emote that is tied to a broader feeling like... Wait, what? And where does it go? Just in chat? So it's just chatting. It's just literally just normally chatting. You just put an emote in there. I'm so confused. What does it do? No, it doesn't go to chat. Does it go on on the stream itself? Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh. So when you react to a stream, it logs it as like analytical data here, so you'd go through your stream and see how many hypes and how many loves or whatever that you got, or oh no's. Is there a single human being on the planet that would find that as valuable? I just can't imagine. You can also get a gauge from the chat. Like if you're getting dunked on from your chat, you'd be like, yeah, that stream probably got a little stinky when that started happening. Or if the chat's going wild with tons of Keck W's or whatever, you're probably like, that one was kind of hype. How is this useful feedback? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not like a big data guy. Maybe that is great to some people. What a weird idea. Thanks to the Prime Hugh and the 5 gift subs, Malenko. And the Prime Drock, Phantom, and the resub, Swifty, Lemons, and Dildo. Do I have that feature on by default? I wonder. Can I see my Twitch React feedback here? Probably just 1,000 of these what emotes with all the goofy shit we've talked about recently. Where does this go? Like in analytics? Here, let's go to yesterday's stream. Oh, here, I do have it. Okay. Alright, from yesterday's stream. I can tell you immediately when I switched to Destiny. There's a... Keep in mind, there is only ever at most 5 total reactions, except for when I switched to Destiny, there was 9. So it added 4 oh no's. I'm assuming that's when Destiny was, or maybe that's when I was talking about the all the train derailment shit. I don't know. What a fucking awful feature. What in the world? Oh, actually, I can click on it and it tells me exactly where it was. Interesting. So the one that had additional oh no's is when I killed myself while farming uh, in Destiny. Let's see. When did I switch to Destiny? Let's see what the Twitch reaction was. Here, I think it's this one. Okay, when I switched to Destiny, there were 2 total reactions. One was hype and one was love. Hey, thanks for the feedback. Cool. Awesome. That's interesting. What a weird system. I just don't understand the fucking point. There's a Prime Haley. The resub Stabby, Grizz, Misha, Swifty, and the 5 gift sub Sunset, and the resub Elise, Eric, Turkey, Devrin, Mercury, Valkyrie, Bat, and the Prime Potato, Storm, Limble, Boom, and the Tier 1 Stone, and Tier 1 Fabian. For finding highlights, maybe? Ooh, interesting idea. Maybe that? I guess if you're like going through and taking clips or something, you could look at the stream reactions in here to find clip-worthy moments. Maybe that was the rationale. That might actually be it. You might have hit the nail on the head. Thanks to the gift sub Krez and the resub. Montoya, Cape, Mayhew, Hunted in the Prime Hip Hop, Herman and resub Tony. And resub Conboru. And the resub Sean. Chat, has he done any raids in D2? I've done every single raid in D2 now. The only ones I hadn't done were King's Fall and Vogue. Or, sorry, King's Fall and Vow. And now I've done them both. I've done Vow 3 times now. Those were the only 2 I hadn't done before. The rest I had done pretty much on day 1. Thanks to the resub Sean, Sunny, and the Prime Slade. The resub Goat. I don't think I've actually ever finished a day 1 raid. Usually after 16 hours or so the squad taps out, but not this time. For Lightfall, I will not allow it. I'm putting my foot down. We will day 1 complete. There's a Prime Hayden, the resub Tactical, Lopez, Driz, and Jas. When Valorant, whenever this series is done. This is map 2, so we've still got some time. It was slated for around 7, but clearly it's not going to be 7. We're already 20 past, and there's still quite a bit to go. Thanks to the resub Goth. And the resub Squeaker. And Nikki. And Tier 1 Wyatt. The first team to beat the raid usually gets a championship belt and changes game state. Oh, it's so fucking cool. I love that. Yeah. Hold on. They still do the championship belts, right? I didn't see any for King's Fall. Fuck yeah. It's so cool. It's so fucking cool. There's the Prime Inzorion, Marshall in Tier 1, Conneria, and Prime Sure and Kraken. And Macaroni. You can put on your fridge. No, this would go on our trophy shelf. Yeah, just look at these puppies. I love that. There's a Prime Blue. How many trophies does Moist Esports have currently? Once we get Light's level up trophy from last week, I think that'll put us at exactly 10 for major trophies. I'd have to really go through the numbers in my head. But we have 4 for Smash, 1 for Rocket League, 1 for Brawlhalla, 1 for Guilty Gear. I think those are the majors. So not quite 10. Thanks a resub Squib Dummy in the Prime Rock. And it's True Marine. Guilty Gear fucking slaps. Yeah, it does. Back at Evo, so we'll get to watch Hitachi go wild. There's a Prime Beamer. And the resub Gugu. Fix your God Slap poster. No, I got a whole new frame coming. I made like a much different and better God Slap setup for that. That will be cool, Chase. Yeah, hopefully they announce there. There's the Prime Zaddy. And the resub KJ. And Sean in the Prime Rain. And the Prime Mad. And the resub Hydra and Prime DJ. Logan in WWE, you see? Yeah, he does well in the WWE. He's like actually good at it. There's the resub DeLorean. There's a Prime Toxidius. That's amazing, Banana. Tell them I said thanks. Thanks to Tier 1 Lo-Fi and the resub Slim Shady. Pretty good at pretending to fight. Hey, man. Wrestling may not be real, but you still have to be extremely athletic for it. You still have to do the stunts. It's still brutal. Fucking Brock Lesnar broke his neck in the WWE. Kurt Angle broke his neck in the WWE. I don't think Brock Lesnar was the one that broke his neck. I know Kurt Angle did. I thought Brock did as well, but I think I'm misremembering. I think it was Brock that broke Kurt Angle's neck. I'm foggy on the details. That shit is brutal. The injuries are very real. The stunts are very real. It's all scripted and it's all fun, but that shit you still have to do, and it's tough. The hammy tears from Vince. Hey, show some respect, Chase. It wasn't hammy tears. He tore both of his quads. This is still like an absolutely iconic moment.
They'll pay for this.
Interesting dub, but yeah, he tore both of his quads on that. There's a resub Atlanta, Dotor, and Tominatir in Prime Tofu. Hey man, wrestling is more popular now than it's like ever been. AEW pops off, WWE's still popping off. Wrestling's huge. Wrestling's very huge. It's a 5 gift sub Psycho. It's super entertaining. The tier 1 Seahawks. And the Prime CCK. Thank you, 5 gift sub Psycho. There's the resub Ashton and Beef. And the Prime Kreben. And the Prime Sin and resub Banana. Who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Kane. Easy. Kane was so cool. Well, Kane like face reveal. Like Kane with original get up and mask. He was still fine even when he was showing his face, but he was so much cooler as just a complete mystery demon. Shit was awesome. He's the resub Carter, the Prime Sin Eater. You still watch wrestling? Occasionally. Mainly just highlights now. I don't watch like full wrestling broadcasts. But I watch the highlights. There's a Prime Cookie. And resub Krug. Watch the Guard TSM game. So I'm not exactly sure how it works. We did sign stuff to be able to watch party today, but I don't know if it's for the whole event or just our team. So I'm just not going to take the chance. I'll need to learn more about how the watch partying goes in the Valorant scene before I do that. So I'm just going to wait for our game. There's a bits mood. And the resub Sheffy. Not sure how late mood. Nah, Kane's great. Yeah, Kane went hard. No, the Lightfall raid doesn't come out till March 10th, but Lightfall itself drops tomorrow. So we're going to be playing through Legendary Campaign. But the raid isn't till the 10th. Does Ric Flair still wrestle? No, but that guy looks like the actual Crypt Keeper now. I don't know if you guys have seen Ric Flair recently. The Nature Boy, my lord. He is looking odd. He was at Gasparilla. Okay, these are all like older clips. He was at Gasparilla this year. Holy lord, he looked like a corpse out there. It was fucking terrifying. Getting old is so cringe. It's scary. There's a tier 1 E-foam, the Resub Saints. Does he still wrestle? I didn't know that. I thought he stopped. I thought he like actually retired from the ring. I know he still has a presence in like the WWE, but I didn't think he actually actively wrestled. There's the resub OG and Robbie and J Pink. Ric Flair gonna get signed to the AEW. Maybe. Yeah. Thanks, the Resub Machine. Get up the video of him dancing at Gasparilla. Don't know if I've seen that. Nature Boy Ric Flair at Gasparilla Pirate Festival. Not a whole lot of movement there. That's probably not the one. Ric Flair is dating a girl in her 20s. Is that true? Woo! Wait a minute, he still got it. Jesus. Dancing like a man possessed out there. Thanks to the gift sub foam. Resub retro potato J and the bits. Terrorization. Hey, babe! When's the moist hoodies back in stock? I'm sure I can probably say. So the moist core collection isn't getting restocked because we're doing a 2.0 launch in about a month or so. So it wouldn't really make sense to restock it if we're doing a complete 2.0 pretty soon anyway. So it's just upgrading everything. There's a Prime Nam. There's the resub Aiden and Duke. Did you ever shop at Hot Topic? I actually never liked Hot Topic. I was a big Paxson kid, though. I used to go to Paxson a lot. Paxson and Hollister. And I used to buy the absolute worst fucking clothes. I had this green Billabong shirt, and this is back when I was really overweight, and the Billabong shirt was super tight. So what it ended up doing, what I thought it was doing was slimming me down, but what it ended up doing is just folding me like a pack of hot dogs. I used to shop at those places because I knew they were super trendy, but I got the worst items. I worked at Hollister's, my first job. The shit was terrible. Oh, I imagine, Chase. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks to Tier 1 Gonorrhea and the Prime Rainbow, Larry and the resub Kiwi and Daisy. And Pop. The resub Snack. The material of Hollister clothes was so ass. Well, I mean, yeah, it was like a really kind of cheaply made clothing brand. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, that shit was kind of terrible. There's a Prime RJ and Neji. There you sub David. Did I miss the match? Nope, we still haven't started. They're on map 2 here and we're playing next, so we've still got some time. Especially if the guard wins this map. Destiny lore tonight? No, I still need to finish watching the video on the Destiny lore. Thanks to resub Shanes. Do you see the Turkey Tom video on Daniel Larson? Mm-mm. I did not. I've heard the name Daniel Larson before. Who is Daniel Larson? Who is he? Thanks to resub Blanket in Tactical. He's a TikTok guy. There's the Prime Verpal. Homeless, elder abusing pedophile. Yucky. That's no good. Is the resub fuel? Did you see the president of Mexico posted a picture of an elf he saw? Is it like a confirmed elf sighting? Let me see. Mexican president posts photo of what he claims is a Mayan elf. Well, I'll withhold judgment. Let me take a peek here. A mischievous woodland spirit in Maya folklore. Everything is mystical. This? Jesus Christ, he's found it. That looks more like one of the NPCs out of Destiny 2 than an elf. This is like the world's most demented elf. Why does it shit look like Darth Sidious up there? How the fuck is that an elf? In what universe? Like, even suspending disbelief, like, obviously this is clearly not anything paranormal or any kind of cryptid. But, like, in what universe would this even be misconstrued as an elf? This is not one of Santa's little helpers, I'll tell you that much. Is he selling Galley this week? Oh, good reference. You've been playing some Destiny. Thanks to Prime Delta, Jealous, and the resub Banana. And the big tier 3 loser cruiser. Thank you for that. It's 100% an owl doing a hunched shoulder thing. Well, bah humbug to you too, Ebenezer Scrooge. I think this could very well be like a Jawa, perhaps, from Star Wars. Maybe he was disassembling the president of Mexico's car or something and then ran away when he heard him coming. Goatman returns. Oh, no. You don't get a picture of Goatman. If you're close enough to get a picture of Goatman, you're already dead. That guy does not fuck around. I think Goatman is the only cryptid with an actual confirmed kill, because some group of teenagers that was hunting down Goatman fell off a train track. One of the teenagers fell off and died because Goatman resides at the other end of a train track. One of them fell off and died. So Goatman does actually have a kill under his belt. Goatman is real and he ate my ass. Yeah, I believe it. That guy's a fucking pervert, honestly. He's a tier 1 Twine in the resub graduating. I think it's the tier 1 Linton. Mothman. Too small to be Mothman, and there's no giant wings. We watched an entire breakdown on the lore of Mothman. This looks nothing like him. Unless he's wearing a hoodie. It also looks nothing like this. I like how he puts the side by side, though, as if it's supposed to be like definitive proof. Like, look, they're the same picture. It's the same thing. This looks like a Jimmy Neutron carving. It's pretty cool, though. Things are some bong, water, wordle, bitter, cocaine, cowboy, and the prime DP. The resub Ano. The resub Femboy. And the prime TJ. This guy's the president? I guess, I don't know. According to this article, he's the Mexican president. According to the traditional Maya belief, Aluxes are small, mischievous creatures that inhabit forests and fields and prone to playing tricks on people, such as hiding things. Some people leave small offerings to appease them. Well, why would you leave small offerings? Wouldn't that just entice them to keep coming back for the offerings? That seems like a terrible plan. That'd just make them gluttonous. You're feeding them? There's a prime Hong, Monking, and the resub Chicken, Obama, and the prime Zach, and resub Scarf. And the bits DM and resub Red X. Interesting. Hey, maybe the joke's on us. Maybe he's right. Maybe that really is a little elf. A little goofball up there. There's a resub Grudgian, Anakin, and the Prime Pie. You're just jealous you don't have Tampa Elves? Bro, people misconstrue, like, misconstrue what I'd, like, actually like out of these situations. I don't like not being a believer. I would love for this to be a real elf. I'd be ecstatic. I think that'd be great. It's just clearly not at all. I'd love if there were little elves all over the place or something. And who knows, you know, like, maybe there will be in the future. I mean, shit. That train derailment in Ohio with vinyl chloride all over the place, maybe that'll mutate some kind of local creature and it'll transform into something. Like, it's possible, right? Maybe 10 years from now, this will 100% be like a real thing, like a little Jimmy Neutron elf. Here's the resub power. And the bits arrow. And the resub DJ. This picture is from 2 years ago. What? I thought he took the picture. I thought that was the whole point. You're telling me this guy just Googled, like, Aluxes, whatever they're called? The fuck is the point of that? When does the Moist game start? After the current series. And it looks like TSM might take it here pretty soon. If TSM does win this map, then it's over. Then we play. But if the guard wins, there'll be another map. There's a tier 1 Nutsack and the resub Agent and Honey Nut and the Prime Surfin. The resub DJ. Thanks to the resub Picarelli. And tier 1, 2's McGee, and the resub Raccoon. I thought you loved frivolous, stupid lawsuits. I do, why? Is there a new one? Thanks to the resub Deft Twist. And Tyler. Well, don't just tease me. Is there a new frivolous lawsuit somewhere? There's a resub Octobius. Oh, and the 15 gift subs, Loser Cruiser. Thank you for that. Thank you for that fat drop. The Pat McAfee and Brett Favre. That's not new, though. What is that lawsuit, though? I don't even remember looking into it. Brett Favre is suing Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp. Favre is suing McAfee as well as FS1 personality. Oh, I'm ripping ass. Hold on. Okay. Shannon Sharp and the Mississippi auditor Shad White for defamatory allegations made over the Packers Legends' involvement in a $77 million welfare fraud scheme. Streisand effect. I didn't even know Brett Favre was implicated in some kind of welfare fraud scheme. I thought it was just the cheating thing. Thanks to resub Shadow Dragon, Donuts, Tia, Blasian, Hazen, Spaz, Blake, and the Prime Pancake and Beetle. He stole $6 million in a welfare fraud scheme. Well, that's no good. Man, this guy... Hey, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think Brett Favre's a good guy. Maybe a hot take, you know, with all of his dick pics sent to people that weren't his wife and all that, and that whole situation. But hey, I'll say it. I just don't think he's good. I don't think he's a good guy. Interesting. What an asshole. Thanks for your sub Schlong and the Prime Frobinius. And the Prime Solikdi. The Prime Flea and Schnapple. Have you seen the police chase where the guy runs out of gas and starts pushing it? Yeah. We watched that one, like, right after it happened. That guy was clearly on something because he could barely move. He looked like he was running through, like, very thick water. Which one? What was it called again? It was the fox one, right? I think. Yeah, this guy. So he started trying to push his car. It didn't work. He then takes off, and man, he's got some jets, I'll tell you what.
Remember, viewer discretion is advised.
He then goes to a 7-Eleven.
Into the 7-Eleven.
I guess one of the cops must have gone in, even though I didn't see that happen. Then he books it out. But I'm using these words very loosely. This is his top speed. This is maximum velocity.
Hydration with him from the 7-Eleven as he mounts the...
This is not a very entertaining chase, because the cops don't really bother engaging. So it's just watching some crackhead go on a jog.
And police have now surrounded this vacant lot. Remember, viewer discretion is advised. These situations,
once police Ryan, the Prime distracted.
Like
Your sub butter.
It can turn hairy, it can turn violent and dangerous.
Like, he considered jumping over this little fence here, but then realized he just didn't have the physical capability to do it, so he just does a little circle.
So now they're just kind of involved in this dance.
But yeah, he went plus ultra.
And he has, looks like a taser drawn. And they are going to take him into custody. He is on the ground. His hands are spread eagle out there.
Thanks for the resub, Mason. Yeah, we saw that like right after it happened. Thanks for the resub, Trash and Prime Blitzy. No, Valorant hasn't started yet. 11-9 right now. As you said, Brandon. And Stimulus. And the resub Gubino. Will you watch Party with Lud? I don't think so. I think Lud's watching with Tarek, and they're doing that on YouTube. I will be watching here with Matt, Danny, Chase, and Aaron. I think that's the plan. But of course, super open to doing it with Lud and Tarek as well, if they want to do like a full collab on it. There's the Bits Kinway and the resub Ace in Hogan. Tarek's on Twitch. Oh, I meant Lud streaming it on YouTube is what I meant. And he's doing it with Tarek. There's a resub Filski. And Mao. You jacking off? What the hell? Oh, I'm massaging my calf. Oh, I didn't even think you could really see that. Interesting. Thanks a gift sub Kaiser. In the prime, Evaniri. Bros DSP? No, man, I'm literally just on my calf. Thanks a prime king. Thanks the resub Druth and the prime claim. You should watch man spends 50k on a single Gmod server. Well, I'm not gonna watch the whole video on it, but I am very curious. Why would this Gmod server cost so much? What a thumbnail too. That is a great thumbnail. What the fuck?
So the other day I was going through the cesspool that is my Discord message requests, and I saw that someone had sent me a link to Gaming Light's top donators leaderboard.
Holy
now, if you've
shit.
seen some of my videos, I'm sure you know that I'm familiar with this Police RP server.
Had to slow him down.
What the? Okay. Really, man? Really? Wow.
What was that
Wow.
for? I have it
Oh,
on
wow,
clip
what,
as
really?
well. I have it on clip as well.
So when I clicked on the link, I was expecting...
How
maybe-
serious is Gmod these days? Is there still people that take Gmod super seriously? Thanks to the resub Cumjin and No Foot in the prime Milan. And thanks to the Bits Chicken Soup. That's cute. I'm glad people still do. I figured it was mainly just people memeing and shooting the shit. I didn't know it was still taken seriously.
Maybe the top donator to have shelled out maybe like a couple $1,000s, but no. The top donator had 46,450. Now, I wasn't sure if this was dollars or maybe in-game credits or something like that. So I tried asking on the Gaming Light Discord, which I was promptly banned from. So then
Oh,
I tried
okay.
asking the top
That's
donator
rude. Why?
themselves, which
It's a
we're going to
normal
be
question.
calling Moby for the rest of this video. I tried getting to a VC with them to ask them, well, is this real money, credits, what is this? But my friend request was denied and they never responded.
What the
I guess
fuck?
I shouldn't be surprised by this because he couldn't admin sit when someone joked about him money laundering. Luckily, I was able to get into contact with a long-time staff member of the Gaming Light community. They told me that it is in fact $46,000, not credits.
Wow.
In fact, they actually used to have a dollar sign in front
Good
of the top
shit.
donators leaderboard.
Why?
But they actually removed it, I guess, to create more ambiguity, to make people think maybe it's credits, maybe it's money, so they don't really
Thanks to
know
Prime-
the total
Prime
amount that the
Resub
person's
Sam and Gym
donated.
Leader.
So it makes me ask the question, what the was this person spending all their money on?
Just
I went to the
donations,
Gaming
right?
Light
I
store
imagine.
page, and oh boy, there's some great items up for store there. We've got the I Like Your Cut G swept for $8. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, you can get the Bart Simpson Dab swept for $10. Or if you're a
That's
real
kinda
high
hype, though.
roller, you can spend $100 to get a warn wiped from your account. You know those warns that admins hand out like Tic Tacs on the server? Yeah, that costs $100 to get removed off your record. Oh yeah, they're
Holy
only wiping
shit.
warns of 3 years ago for some bizarre reason. So if you had joined the server within the past 3 years, I guess your warns can't be wiped. I don't know why. Really confusing. I don't quite understand the thought process.
That's
behind
awesome.
that. But if
What a hustle. So I thought this was a man spending $50,000 to like host a Gmod server of his own, which almost made a little bit more sense. This is a guy who spent $50,000 on Bart Simpson dabbing emotes and shit like that in a Gmod server. That's another level. Holy lord, that guy is pay piggying hard. What a whale. Holy shit. That's like mobile gamer numbers. These are the bits, everything. And the Resub Samurai in the prime. Emil. The match just went into OT. Oh, did it?